Greetings everyone, Terry here with another video for you. I feel like I should have made a disclaimer video before Cyberpunk 2077 came out. A disclaimer to people who don't usually play RPGs, games like Fallout 4 or Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Bethesda games like Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and Fallout 4. They're great, wonderful, fun games. I love RPGs, huge open worlds to explore and get yourself immersed in, and fun quests, exploring, seeing what you can find, talking with people, getting to know factions and groups of people, exploring the various cities throughout the world and seeing what they have to offer and discovering friend or foe. It's just a really fun experience. But to these people who have never played RPGs, or at least are very limited knowledge for it, I feel like they need a disclaimer warning them that these huge open world games are really difficult to make. I mean, the developers have to go through the world, a huge world, with a fine tooth comb, looking for every little problem, every little issue that could pop up from one character doing something that they're not supposed to do. And how do you account for everything that happens in a whole world? How do you manage that? I'm not just talking about turning on the game and freeze framing and exploring every detail on the game's world. That's not how this works. They have to turn it on, look for problems, turn it off, turn it back on, look for problems. And as the world is playing out, new things are going to continue to happen. Every NPC, every character in the world has their own actions and programmed to operate on a daily life cycle, and they have to go and monitor every single character that they've created in the world. And the more characters there are, the more work it is for them to basically watch over those characters all day. It's just crazy. I mean, it's no wonder CD Projekt Red had to delay Cyberpunk multiple times. And you know what? They launched it December 10th, and lo and behold, there are still bugs. It's a buggy mess for people, and everyone's complaining about it. They were not prepared for the amount of bugs because I don't think a lot of them are used to RPGs. And it's very similar to Elder Scrolls V and Fallout 4, but on a much grander scale because with Cyberpunk 2077, it's not just horizontal world exploration, it's also vertical world exploration. You got every level of buildings with a lot more characters than there ever were in games previously. The population count is huge in Night City. The city is full of people. On the streets there are crowds of people everywhere, which, obviously means it's a lot harder to keep track of everybody. I personally have not yet experienced any bugs in the game. I've played it for about 8 hours or so now, and so far I'm good, and I don't know if that's because I was careful to install the NVIDIA graphics drivers on the 10th, and AMD also put out graphics drivers on the 10th, and I also installed the latest Cyberpunk 2077 game patches. And today, another one on December 12th, a new patch came out, 0.04 version. So be sure you download that if you have the game, because we need every patch we can get. Another thing I was wondering about was, is it people with RTX graphics cards and turning ray tracing on, are they getting more bugs than people like me that don't have an RTX card? I have ray tracing off because the GTX 1080 can't do ray tracing. So maybe restoration, the old way of doing graphics, maybe we don't get as many bugs because ray tracing is obviously harder to do. If any of you have an RTX graphics card and play the game with ray tracing, let me know. Are you experiencing a lot more bugs, glitches? Because with my GTX 1080, I haven't seen one yet, and I'm just curious if restoration is a more easier performing experience. Uh, I I don't know. I'm also playing using the high graphics preset because I didn't really want to do ultra. I'm not really a fan of ultra. It doesn't always make things look better. I guess it depends on the game, but I should play with it and try it out and see what my frame rate does. If my GTX 1080 can do a solid 60, I'll be happy. But I don't know. I haven't tested it out yet. I'll have to check my frame rate during gameplay. But it's been playing pretty well on high, so I'm happy with the game. It's been great, so I don't really understand what people are complaining about. I mean, it's early days. I mean, this is only day 3, so, well, actually, it's day 2, December 12th. I mean, it's kind of day 3 because it came out December 9th in the evening for me, but I feel really bad for console users on the PS4 and the Xbox One because, ooh, it's a rough experience on those systems. I mean, it's unplayable. People are getting system crashes. It's just not good. They really messed up on delivering for the base consoles. I would not recommend anyone getting the game yet. If you only have a PS4 or an Xbox One, it's just not ready yet. It's crashing almost every mission. It's really sad. The PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X do slightly better. They play at a solid 30 FPS, and there's a few frame drops here and there, but it's at least playable. It doesn't crash as much, if at all. I don't know if it crashes. I just know that, oh, it plays. Sorry about the phone ringing. It's always an out of area call. Never anybody we want to talk to. That's annoying. It sucks when the phone rings when you're making a video. But yeah, anyway. Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro can at least play the game, so that's something. I've been watching Digital Foundry to get a good idea of how the game is playing on PC and all the different consoles, and yeah, that's the comparison. That's pretty much it. PS5 and Xbox Series X play it just fine with limited ray tracing ability. My only complaint about the game is that I can't key map all the keys that I want. You absolutely have to use the F key on the keyboard to activate things, and it's not easy for me reaching the left side of the keyboard. I personally need to key map everything to the right side over near the enter key and the numpad and the delete key and end key. All those keys I need. And the game's like, nope, sorry. You can't remap F to anything else. So that kind of sucks. I'm hoping that eventually somebody will make a mod that fixes that for me, because I need to be able to remap every key. It won't let me play with the arrow keys either. Arrow keys have to stay what they are. I thought CD Projekt Red would be more I don't know, open or inclusive or something. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Just, I thought that there would be more options. That you'd be able to do a lot more. I like my video games to be so option heavy that when you go into the settings menu, you can play with everything. Every little notch and lever, every little button, every detail. I want to see it all. Well, I think that's it for this video. I just feel bad for the people that were really anticipating this game and then they get a buggy mess. So disappointed. Well, I'm sorry to say it, guys, but this is how RPGs operate. Just play a Bethesda game. I mean, they are really great, fun games. You just have to live with bugs for a while, because in the early days, they're going to be a buggy mess. Don't worry, it'll all get fixed. You'll just have to wait a few weeks. Maybe months, I don't know. We'll see how far they patch up everything. CD Projekt Red has a great track record, though. I promise you they will do their best to fix every bug. And maybe if you're allowing to turn off ray tracing, maybe you won't experience as many bugs. I don't know, that's just a thought that I had. Maybe these are just ray tracing bugs, because I personally haven't seen any. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope everyone's doing well, having great days, and if you're playing Cyberpunk 2077, continuing to enjoy the game. It's a really fun, explorative experience. Take care and have fun, guys.